Hi, I'm Johnny from ultimatepapermache.com, and in this last week I have had 3 different projects going. One of those projects was to go back over all of the posts on my website. There's over 2,000 of them, and I needed to just correct a few things and kind of clean things up a little bit because it was, time to take care of that sort of thing. And that meant that I was reading old posts back from 2008. And I realized by reading those posts that I have changed my mind about quite a few things over the time that I've been online, and I couldn't remember why. The biggest change has actually been that I used to always recommend the raw flour and water paste for paper strips and paste. Basically, it's just, I don't want to stick my finger in it right now because I have to turn the camera off, but it's just, you put some hot water from the tap, not boiling water, but just hot water from the tap. You put in some white flour and you keep stirring it up until you get it as thick as you want it, and then it's done. There's no real recipe for it. I do have a video showing you how to do it, but you don't really need one. And I always use this before, and this is also the very simple recipe that I believe Dan Reeder, the dragon guy, has always used. And it's the way I always did it. And then, somehow or another, I changed my mind, and I have been talking about this cooked flour and water paste. This is also really easy to make. You just put a cup of water, cup of cold water actually, and 2 tablespoons of white flour in a pan. You stir it up really good. I use a whisk because you want to stir it up really super good. You put it on the stove, bring it to a boil, stirring all the time or it's going to stick, and then you take it off and cool it down, and you can use it for your paste. So I thought, since I am also working on 2 other projects, this one I'm doing a redesign of my cat mask. This is just some fur that I put on yesterday, just with the paper towels. And on this one, all the paper that I put on here was done with the cooked flour and water paste. And it works just fine. I had to repair a couple of places where I had, just had missed a couple of places. So I did put a little bit more on this morning. I made some new paste, and I just added a couple of pieces, and I put it in front of a fan to dry. And this is the new shark mask. I got all of his teeth on there, and yesterday I decided to go ahead and try the old paste, the uncooked flour and water paste. Like I said, it's just flour and water, that's it. And the biggest difference when you're applying this, well, actually there's 2. One of them, it feels different when you're putting it on, and how material feels actually matters to me. I think that's the biggest reason that I moved over to the cooked flour and water paste. It's kind of silky, and it just feels really good when you've got it on your hands. But the other thing is that you can see the flour. It isn't completely incorporated with the water because it hasn't been cooked. I was kind of thinking, I believe, that meant that it isn't as smooth. But when I was reading over my old posts, I realized that another thing that I did back then that I have not done, for a really long time, was that after the paper mache was dry, like this one is, I went back over with a very fine grained sandpaper, and it knocked off all of the little bumps that you get from the raw flour and water paste. It still has a little bit of texture. For the shark, I think that's going to be absolutely fine. I don't see any problem with that. And the edges don't show, the edges of the torn pieces of paper, they don't show any more than they do on the cooked flour and water paste. So what did I learn from this experiment? Basically, that it really totally is up to you. I think I might actually go back to the raw paste just because I actually kind of like that texture. So basically what I guess I can say is that if you are trying to figure out whether you should use the cooked flour and water paste or the raw flour and water paste, the biggest difference are going to be that the cooked paste does dry completely clear. It feels different on your hands. And this one does not dry clear. It feels different, not bad, but different. And you do get a slight texture because the flour has not incorporated entirely. It's not a solution, I think that's what they call it. It's a mixture, not a solution. And so you are going to get just a little bit of texture on the paper, and you won't be able to see the paper as clearly as obviously you can here. So those are the two differences, and other than that, it's totally up to you. They work just fine, both of them, and they're both on there solid. That paper is not going to come off. Either one of these recipes are just fine. That's what I learned today. I think that was kind of fun. Now go make something and come back and visit me, ultimatepapermache.com. I'll see you there.